Hey everybody, what's good? Welcome to Poetic's Corner, episode 3. Shout out to you for being here today. We have a very special episode lined up. And in line with the template, we will start with a poem today. Actually, these are going to be my lyrics from the Templeheads introduction. Shout out to my cohorts, the Templeheads hip hop group. We've got Wilkshake, myself, aka the MC, Iggy on voiceovers and ad libs, Unique on the productions, and Amos to do an engineering. Okay. I don't want to make history. I want to make mythology. Rewrite the stars, be added 2 charts of cosmology. This is barology, concoctions of the hardest oddities, 20,000 underneath the scholarly league. The friction is sizzling, black fires kindling. The wisdom is missing, gnashing teeth entirely ripping beats. Meet and greet beneath the temple, tapping our feet. Sweep you off cerebrally, samples snatching from Ivy Leagues. Clear the table, stack the deck, time to make way. We're capable, point match and set, anchors away. Channel 0 on the cable, call me collect. Panel members, Mars to Naples, take your time to fact check. Though never vindictive, our endeavor superlative. Asphyxiate the noise you heard so I can work with words like this. Murder it, lace it, grace it, bend it to 100 degrees and boomerang it. Insane trips over unique beats, break through ceilings from basements. All right, so those were LP's lyrics from the Templeheads introduction. All right, and let me put in a plug right now because you could read these lyrics yourself on the upcoming edition of the Lady Poetic Principle, Volume 2, releasing October 1st. Yes, yes, y'all. Okay, so stay tuned for more details therein. Now let's shift to story time. All right, so for story time today, let me just start with this morning. Earlier today, my boy Xavier of 24 Frames Photography came over and we recorded footage for Quartz Trip. Yes, yes, y'all. The next single coming your way is called Quartz Trip. All right, and let me just break this one down a little bit for us. So last year, Azimuth, shout out to David Robson, we started collaborating on this track. And these are custom lyrics, custom beat, and engineering done up for just quite the experience that we're going to be bringing to you. And it took on a whole new direction and light after filming today. Okay, so where to begin? So let me give a shout out to David Robson. Okay, so a longtime buddy of mine. We go way back about. I mean, we're going on upwards of 2 decades now. We used to make music together in the mid 2000s to early 2010s, and we're going to hear some of that today. Yes, okay, we're going to pull a few from the crates today. Listen to that, and we both belonged to several, hip hop groups, forums back in the day, including Cannabis Central. Shout out to the CC crew, as well as Spit Boss. Shout out to Cannabis. All right. And the last track that we worked on together was in 2010 on the song Rock 'em from the Spit Boss mixtape. And so here we are in 2025, 15 years later, coming together again, and we're about to release another track for you. And this one is just exponentially better, lyric wise, flow wise, everything wise from what I had done and put out in the past. So it's really cool to see the progression. And shout out to David because he's out there doing great things, big things. I'm so excited and happy for you. I really am. Yeah, this is so great. So it's really great to collaborate with the OG crew. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so this morning my boy comes over and we filmed a music video for Quartz Trip. Now let me just say this. Let's just take a moment because we started recording and working on the beat and collaborating last year, and then it was earlier this year into March and April that we finished and pressed down the mixed down and then mastered the track. And from that time on, I have been working on visualizers and lyric videos, and nothing that I have created so far even comes close to being at like the level that it needs to be at visually to correlate with a track of this caliber. It really doesn't. I'm not trying to be self-deprecating, but your girl can only do so much artwork wise. I'm more colored pencils, charcoal, paints, acrylic, doing the whole digital art thing. I mean, I'm not the greatest at it, but that's okay because Xavier is excellent at videography. He filmed Kicks. All right, so this is what we have to look forward to, some excellence. Okay, and after today, the concept and the direction that this is taking just took on a whole new light. So I'm very excited to release Court Strip for everybody. It's just going to be sonic and visual excellence, and yeah, dope energy, dope chemistry. All right, so we'll definitely do another probably episode focusing on that. Play the video, do a bit of a bar breakdown, and give you all the skinny there. So, all right. Well, I think without further ado, we should now jump into a little bit of music time. All right. So let's listen to Rock'em featuring David Robson, who went by Dante as the MC at that point in time, and Lady Poetic. All right. Let's hear some.
Boss, and I can speak about the transition from day one at Dawson, but nothing compares to what the projects are exhausting, and nothing comes close to the boundaries that I'm crossing. When it's crossing more than time, obsessing about rhymes. You read me cover to cover, but you ain't read between the lines. Now it's the 9 and the 09 shining with the rhyme timing like the silver line and defining illness and beats and lyrics like mine. Designing arguments and the question I present: how can you enter in the session when you wasted every precious second guessing what I was attempted to address? Even at your very best and wasting every breath. If death is what becomes us, I'll be spitting on request. My motive is complex, but your reasons I suspect. I'm coming at you direct. What did you expect? Then let's assess the next bit to be
we about to set the record straight. We were born with an illness that no doctor could medicate. We high enough to levitate and to rock these motherfuckers with the noise done. Haters don't smoke weed like they scared to heights, but even on a mountain I'm prepared to fight. Even when the temperature's 3 degrees Fahrenheit, I don't have a single care in sight, and I've been wearing light armor to keep my heart rate pumping. Running so fast it sounds like a car's bass thumping. I could outrun the bullets of Darth Vader's coming and break the sound barrier like it was nothing. You're jumping out of the way, and I ain't even pulled the trigger yet. Fucking with Dio, could you smoke like a cigarette? So disconnect your main phone and stay home. You dream about me taking a piss on your gravestone. You wake up in a cold sweat every damn night. Replicate my style, I gotta make it so you can't write ever again. Pulling levers that'll sever your skin. See, I get clever whenever I endeavor to win. We about to set the record straight. We were born with an illness that no doctor could medicate. We high enough to levitate and to rock these motherfuckers with the noise done in poetic.
Into the message, know the language not cryptic. Sacrificing the self for the spitting of slick shit. In this minute, ridiculous thoughts cross my mind. I've resurfaced it all and left nothing behind.
Nothing at all, cause being poetic know how to set it. Great minds think alike because they're telekinetic. Yeah, I said it. A heat melts platinum plaques in the wax. Punishment for sucking the fat out of tracks.
React from the impact of the perpetual motion. Energy is abstract, consumed by all those commotion. The notion was accepted and cannot be dismissed. It's exactly what's been planned, it will not fail to exist.
But you cannot compare to the shit we articulate. I got a infiltrate and I'm proud to be its owner. On the microphone, I display a persona that's crazy, and I don't need but a corona. We about to set the record straight. We were born with an illness that no doctor could medicate. We high enough to levitate and to rock these motherfuckers with the noise done in poetic. Set the record straight, y'all. We about to rock 'em. DA to the NTE. If rap was a game, I'd be MVP. Yo, spitboss.com, yo. Poetic, aka Lady Poetry.
All right. Yes, yes. One from the crates, y'all. That's what's up. Over 15 years old. And wait until you hear Court Strip, coming out probably sometime within the next month. Okay. All right. Let me just add a little bit more to story time. Okay. Because from the last time that we recorded the track that you just heard, Rock'em, a couple years later, David and I also met in Los Angeles to see the Cannabis versus Disaster battle. And shout out to DJ Karma Infinite and D Derms, who were also there. And Lazy was also at the battle. Shout out to Lazy. And it just so happens that several of us are going to be collaborating once again on a track. Shout out to Wilkshake and J Pun, who are also on that track, and Lord Zero on the ones and twos. All right, so stay tuned for another special track coming up, but that is for another chapter. All right, so I think that we will wrap up this episode by playing another one from the crates with both myself and David on it. This one is from the Cannabis Infinity Forums mixtape. Shout out to Xpren, who built that forum back in the day. All right. I'm not sure what year this came out off the top of my head. I'm not going to say. But at any rate, this is the CIF-pher. All right. Shout out to LB Productions, Lazy on the Beat. And Wilkshake is also on the cipher. All right. So DJ Karma Infinite is also on the cipher too. Okay, that's what's up, y'all. Let's listen to this old school cipher on the way out. Peace and blessings to you all. And check in for another episode of Poetic's Corner. Stay tuned for Quartz Trip and more collaboration on the way.
It doesn't matter if I pray 5 times a day. There ain't a God that'll take my crimes away. Yet I stay face down on my hands and my knees when I beg and I plead for the death of these whack MCs. Praying and fasting for weeks, yet he still hasn't answered me. I guess it's time to take matters into my own hands physically. See, I'm scaring you shitless. You are about to witness the graduating class of lyrical fitness. So don't even try to spit this. You get dissed, you witless motherfuckers is all on my hit list. When I get pissed, I leave you with slit wrists. Make it look like it was a suicide. No human being is incapable of fear. I don't care if we in the club, I'll take your skull and break a hole in here. So tell me, dog, can you dance in the back of an ambulance with blood all on your brand new pants? You ain't blazed, but you finna be. Fuck school, you get a better education listening to me. Swing my drinking hand without even thinking, man. Walk all over me and I transform into sinking sand. Go ahead, pop shit, I dare you, G. The last faggot who did wound up in therapy. Now he's scared of me, I don't even know where he's been, but I bet he's in the straitjacket saying my name over and over again. With doctors outside like, let us in. Quit blocking the door, Jeff, it's time for your medicine. Waiting knee deep in despair. The last time you'll ever get lifted is when Dante lifts you 15 feet in the air. Hell no, you asked for this massive risk when you took me for a pacifist. We're on a 50-story building and you think that I jest? See you later, motherfucker, give the devil my best.
Ghost. See my face in a cloud of smoke before you get choked and lose all hope. You're not ready. Your flow's drier than the Serengeti. Cut you up with a machete, turn your brains to spaghetti. My hidden message is harder to find than Yetis. More impossible than driving a Chevy. I'm morphine trying to stay steady. Vision blurry, body heavy. I'm not seeing double, I'm seeing many. These MCs weak, guardians of the peak. The strong defending the weak. Before you can even speak, I snatch your eye out with crank. Speak your beat before you even think of defeat. My rhyme heat turn oceans to creeks. You don't know where I've been, you don't wanna know what I did. You don't wanna know how bad things can get. Bullets buzzing by you like flies on shit. You can't stand if you continue to sit. You can't commit to something if you continue to quit. If the circle's running properly, it won't transmit. Here's a hint, use the energy of motion. Your training will take many years of discipline and devotion. Don't know where you're at or where you're going. Like you woke up stranded in the ocean, floating, connecting pieces of the unknown, ever-growing signs of the omen. Like I was sewing, closing open wounds, trying to focus with the patience groaning, shaking like it's frozen. Cover you in ice like it's snowing. It's time for the bestowing of the knowledge to the followers. Like a king knighting multiple officers, waiting for the betrayal of the fucking Fosters. Trying to root out all the motherfucking imposters. Multiple theories of how, like philosophers, I can see right through you like binoculars.
An HMC talking about survival skills. Denied, but I still battle with iron will. Bodies lie on the field, prophecies fulfilled. Since 9-7, repping the iron weapon I wield. No matter how ill you are, you still might get killed. I invade enemy territories like Navy SEALs. Fuck a record deal. Like a Sega character, I walk through the game with an infinite shield. Invincible to the gimmicks of bitches and grills. As my last name suggests, I rep from 93 until I move uphill. You're like rats on treadmills. Mad cause my CDs circulate like windmills. Gone is a thrill, but I still mix like Brazil. Enlighten, listen to quarrels by by a mill. The hip hop she kill, kneel in the game still. Kept it real, not selling out for mass appeal. Saying karma's a bitch, you'll get bitch slapped. Spit raps over kicks and clacks, no clips and gats. Rhyming facts at 70, ironclad weaponry. Divine definitely, infinite timeline destiny.
Respect the bitch lying off the deck to your neck. Politically incorrect, fuck the internet. The Kingston kingpin, I don't eat pig skin. I don't rhyme, smoking more trees than boys.
Shout out if you ain't got my product. I deposit logic in your third object, that's no gossip. Watch you like goldfish, set off apocalyptic explosives. Kill my opponents with no condolence in moments. This ain't no B.I., so play L with the queen. I'm not a clone, not form for big butter schemes. They want to talk in leads for what I'm speaking. Let there be anarchy in the streets until parliament's bleeding.
I'm paralleled in Caparavel, where the spirits dwell with selling souls. Takes his toll and gets you a first-rate ticket to hell. Fallen shells cover cellar floors, blessing walls leads to barricaded doors. Winds whistle through the moors. You've entered in the realm where we never lay down our swords. Violate accordance and we'll show you the day that hell was born. Once the pact is made, you drift further from reality. This is just a formality, guaranteed to strip away vitality. Surrender spirituality, brutality is the commonality. We don't bother counting casualties. Every day the undead speaks me. Mortality rates sky high. You and I both know why. Everybody else complies in this state of demise. Shell shock, never realize. Our vocabulary lacks compromise. Rather than improvise, we live by the law that implies. Dark never fades, sun never rise. Words never made, voice never cried. Follow me down the stairwell while I introduce you to the personnel. These people have no secrets to tell, so fare thee well. You just might be the next departed, scarred for your hardships, unshattered and untarnished. Now let's get it started. These territories are uncharted, but we claim to for ourselves the unconventional and the bold-hearted. Although deteriorated, this place that we hold sacred, the means by which we make it keeps our affiliation untainted. And should you join the ranks, there'll be more than lives at stake. I'm hoping for your sake that you're not easy to break, and you won't fall awake or be tempted by the ache to break away and search for things they were before the quake. Hopelessly addicted to the lifestyle that we've chosen, dangerously afflicted by the sound that keeps us frozen. If only for protection, this way we can't be broken. The silence keeps us isolated, so we never hear what's spoken. Welcome to the solemn times where souls are sold and spirits dwell. Eternally I remain here. I'm parallel in Carapavel.
This is not a simulation.
Feel the vibration, salivate over my parking behind police stations, marching inside with my wrist open for the taking. I got a list of MCs that will help me with jailbreaking. Sharks with sharp teeth, playing laser tag with chi. Recipe called for rhyme perfection in every verse and section. The kung of these men and the flu of each woman. No wait, I shouldn't. I promised God that I wouldn't. The alarm is singing as I disarm you on your wedding day. Shredding will pay for every mistake that I made. Mental distinguish, extinguishing anguish, squirmish with angst. Swank, naive to that they're being flanked by a collective real, superseding the best talent. Eagle talons, hand-to-hand combat, weapons with samurai, mind games with ninjas. Impinge your stimulus if you choose to fuck with us. Get to the back of the bus, cutting and ready to start stunning. Funny, I don't recall you not running. It was all for the money, all for your honey. Now you're back on track and the pack is gunning. Wendy in 269 ABC introduced early fighting to the Chinese. Tao Te Ching Taoists practicing calligraphy. Righteous harmonious fists, tight grips and close range stylists. Hovering above this island, serving black licorice. Mind frame another level, benevolent, everyone wins. Same game, only with the devil. We're the solvent, toughening up your skin. No more sins, the chalice is empty. The blood is no more, oh, and it was oh so tasty. Resurrected my protection device and infected the neglected with a choice for life. And they gotta get working, tear jerking for those people left to die of thirst. 13-year-old nurses in a wagon for a hearse. No ID in wallets and purses, curveballs keep swerving. The undeserving must be protected by our kung fu learnings. Writings on each piece of paper, escape this earth place.